cheap magnet. For $10, you could buy 100 of them. They're very powerful magnets, and they, along with JB Weld, is you could see out, but they cannot see in. Even with the light on at nighttime, no matter how hard it at daytime, 100% privacy. There is the one switch, and I can turn on all my electronics. I have to put a switch on it so I don't waste my battery. And once I turn it on, it turns on my TV, Blu-ray player, and everything, and my hotspot. And I have about 200 gigabyte a month, which I pay $150 a month on Verizon, unlimited text, calls, and data. But for hotspot, I have to pay additional $60 on top of $90 to get 200 gigabyte a month, which is more than enough for gaming and everything. See, as you can see, the quality of the Naxa Full HD TV is very good. It's cheap. You can buy it for $130, and the quality is really good, and it uses very low power, 12 volt. This is the Road Pro cooker, which is good for if you're cooking a lot of rice. But I don't really like using that because it draws too much power. The wire that I use a lot for easy connects. I could connect multiple electronics to one line. I could just easy connect and disconnect, which is very convenient since I'm connecting multiple electronics into one wire. Road Pro pot was not powerful enough to cook steak, but I found a solution for that. If you seal it, the temperature reach over 300 degrees. So with one switch, I can turn on the vacuum cleaner. This right here in the center is where I store my knives, my kitchen utensils, and all those things that I use for kitchen and self-defense, I guess, and a lot of other things to cook food. So the chopping board on the top could chop a lot of food, but if you flip it on the other side, it's very smooth. That's where I iron my clothes, if I need to iron my clothes. And the iron is also modified to connect to that same wire where I connect multiple electronics. This right here is self-explanatory. I don't need to tell you what it's there for, right? This is when you spill, like extra water. There's the hose that's connected to this is, it falls to the floor outside the car. This right here is when I charge the battery, because I use a lot of batteries. In fact, I don't really have a lot of lights. I put a waterproof headlamp, which is more convenient. I'm going to demonstrate it to you how I go out the back to shower, or if I need to stand up and exercise. I have to let you know that I'm 5'6" and I weigh 220 pounds. I am thick. I am not skinny. I am not flexible. So I'm a big guy. I'm short, but I'm thick. Also, I always have unlimited water. Anywhere I go, when there's a gas station, they're legally bound to give you free water. So I put 2 monopods, and they stabilize the tent, so when it's windy, they don't move around, as well as it gives me extra space to move around, move my legs and all that stuff. Here's my refrigerator. I have a real refrigerator, and the best part about it is that it's 12 volt, and the solar panel is enough to make it work. Covered it with this steel thing. It's an insulation, aluminum insulation from Home Depot, because during summer, you don't want that thing to be so hot. Access my refrigerator from the inside. So here is obviously my soap. This is where I wash my dishwashing, because the rear is not only a shower tub, but it acts as a sink as well. That's my washing machine. Here is my my mini refrigerator. 500 watt heater, and then I assemble them together with a blowing fan and another bunch of spring clamps, and then 12 volt cookery. You could make a second one, because it's very low voltage. It's only 500 watts. Pretty much put it together myself. The one on the left is for the fridge, exclusively for the fridge. It's a 12-hour timer. Once I turn it on, the fridge automatically in the back turns on. 12 hours, because I only need to turn it on at daytime. At nighttime, I don't really need to turn it on because it's powered by the solar. On the right side, it operates for 2 things. I have to turn the center knob to the left if I want to use the clothes dryer, and I have to rotate it to the right if I want to make my shower water hot. Also acts as a heater. Like if I put my tent out and I want to have a heater because it's cold outside, all I gotta do is hang this on the side and put it facing out, and it's so hot, man. My LTE antenna, very effective, by the way. So now we're moving into my garage, which is my roof rack, my bicycle, and all that. Believe it or not, I got everything in this. I probably have what you have in your house, a small version. This box right here contains chainsaw, steel cutter, electric, everything. Like I said, I could cut wood, metal, everything in this little box right there. I could even design things. If I have crafts that I want to design, I could do it all because I have the tools inside this little box. The chainsaw is merely just a steel cutter, but if you change the blade into a wood blade, that's it. What this paddleboard does is act as a boat if you want to go fishing, you want to go have fun, and it's very durable, man. I also invented this battery-powered air pump, so I don't have to manually pump air in it. This thing, you can buy this in Walmart for 12 bucks. It's powered by a battery, and it's better than, I invented it. They don't sell this. The reason why I did that is if I go hiking, and then, I could carry this battery-powered to pump air for me 80% of the time, and then you have to manually push some air in there 20% to make it durable. So you still need to use the pump. You only need like 10 more pumps afterwards, though. Here is a side awning. I saw it on sale on Home Depot for $135. When I first, when I recorded this video, I was still not really used to doing it, but now I could do it in 4 minutes. So you just have to kind of get used to it. It gets uncomfortable at first, but when you do it a lot of times, I've done it like 20 times, and I could do it comfortably under 4 minutes now. And also, even if you own a house, you still have to clean. The amount of time you put into cleaning your house will just be around the same time as me putting this out. This is the canopy. You could buy a cheaper one for the different color. I bought this for $44. It's gray, so it matches the roof. The color matches the roof. But if you don't mind about color matching, you could buy one for 25 bucks. Yes, I have a treadmill too. It's a very small and slim treadmill. It goes in the back seat of the Prius, and it's not big at all. It's light as well, and I weigh 220 pounds, and it could handle me. And I use a treadmill if I have to play Nintendo Switch for 15 bucks. It's very good during nighttime, and it acts as a disco light too. So if you want to go dancing with your friends, whatever, if you have a friend over and you two want to dance, you could get this disco LED light for like 15 bucks. The best part about this, having a Prius as a house, is that you never have to worry about getting evicted. It's yours. Even when I'm 80 years old, I could visualize doing this, because it's really fun. I like to drive around. I like to travel. I like some adventure in my life, and even when I turn 80 years old, I could visualize myself doing this. Guest over, and you want to have a second bed. That's simple. The treadmill in the back could also act as a stabilizer for the second bed. All I did is just rotate the rear seat and cover it with blanket. That's it. With this setup, it takes me like 10 seconds to have a second bed, and even if you're over 6 feet tall, you'll fit in there. HD projector. It's cheap. I got this for 200 bucks. The projector for full HD are cheap now. Back in the days, you gotta pay $1,000 bucks, but this one is only 20 bucks. I got a chair or two. Sit down, if you wanna get a lap dance. Nah, that's not what I got it for. Just kidding. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. With my setup like this, there's always an opening on the side. If you want 100% privacy, I bought this curtain from Walmart for like 10 bucks. I think it's a window curtain, and I put spring clamp on the side to just hang them, and now I have 100% privacy, so nobody could look in, because there's an opening on the side a little bit if somebody wants to see in. Downfall about this projection TV is that people could see what you're looking at on the outside, so you can't watch porno or anything X-rated.